Alas, my friends, we have a match, and we are about to begin this match. Enter the server, man.
Yeah, man. Let's get into some Inferno, man.
Okay. Jamaican? Really?
That's what I thought you were going for.
Wait, I said a Jamaican?
Yeah?
Oh, no. That's not at all what I was going for, so I failed terribly. Good to know. We've had a bit of a delay. We're a little behind schedule here, but this is actually an important match after all. Now, 7Sins, as we were discussing, has officially secured themselves in playoffs. I don't think there's any outcome in which they lose that third seed. But iNTACT, on the other hand, they're still looking for these two final matches to secure their fourth seed. And there it is, now onto the A side to go into the crossfire. Kwong with one, and unfortunately, that is all that it is, just one. 4 versus 3 now in the post. The bomb gets planted in the corner, and Scribble actually eliminates Retro and make it even before this retake even begins.
Now with the flashes flying in from men, force the iNTACT players back on the site, but Opportunity with the fadeaway takes down one. Austin with the second. But Flores is still here. He has full HP, but not for long. Opportunity shuts him down, rather. 3 kills for him, 2 for Austin. And iNTACT secure the pistol round on Inferno. I feel like we've seen a lot of this map today, Roy.
Yeah, I think we've only seen this map today.
But, you know, it is one of the best maps in the game, so I'm not upset to see this map played. And I'd like this force buy from 7Sins. Look at Scout on Scribble, but that doesn't last for long.
Yeah, this force buy is already going off the wrong foot right here, unless Florgy has something to say about it. Double taps come in, bring a Retro down to 24 HP, but no fatalities just yet. Nah, he's going to go for the kick. He's still out for it. That bang. And a double tap from Carson just destroyed Florgy. That's a double man advantage. Amen. We need a lot more than just prayers to claw his way out of this one, Boggs.
Spotted. There'll be no clawing for him as Carson doubles down. B-side is open unbeknownst to iNTACT. The last 2 from 7Sins, Eptima. Or Eptima. I did say it right the first time. And Kwong, stranded on an island of the A site. 5 alive for iNTACT. They've taken a lot of damage, but doesn't matter in the end. They've gotten the bomb down, they've got the site, and they pretty much got the round secured. 7Sins content to just hold, keep these guns in hand, do what they can in the following round. And maybe throw a spanner in the works, do some damage, and then get guns on round number 4.
Most trusted weapon. Sure, with the wide swing, not quite letting Kwong get anything else beyond just the first skill. This is a very successful round for iNTACT. 4 players alive. You get a lot of kills in the SMGs. Now you have yourself a farm round.
Yeah, it's time to hit the cornfields and farm up some cash. Only Scribble as a scout. Actually, no, they have 3 P250s, a Deagle, and a scout. A bit of utility. Eptima with Kevlar, so there is a chance for damage, but the scout needs to hit. Scribble needs to stay alive. He can't get deleted by Opportunity this round. He'll live for now. It's actually a 3-man stack to the B site, and that's where iNTACT actually want to head towards. So it's going to be Austin getting caught out early. Kwong takes initiative into apartments. That's a rifle down as well, and then the chicken spam coming in.
Yeah, he thought the chicken was a player. Wait, Carson delayed us because he was in a ranked G game? Oh, I am ashamed. Carson, shame on you, sir. Hope you watch his VOD back. Someone clip this and send it to him. Disrespect. Anyways.
Seriously.
Retro. He is holding on to his Mac 10. He's looking at entry towards the B site, towards Banana, where actually 3 of these 7Sins players are, including the Deagle and armor for Eptima. Yeah, it works out. Smokes. None yet, actually just flashes and mollies for now. The triangle attempting to be right 7, but it will get destroyed. Amen is able to respond back with a kill. Not quite enough ammo for the third, but it's down to a 2v2. It's almost looking even possible.
He's giving him a prayer, especially with Scribble getting that first kill. Kwong has the AK reality. He's going to push in. He gets tagged down. The USP spam comes in. But Reality still manages to eliminate Kwong. But still, Scribble lives. 5 HP, but Reality! What a Reality. Check is iNTACT somehow able to win that round. Reality somehow able to win that round. The 1v2, the tag came through. It looked like it was going to go the way of 7Sins, but somehow, some way, Reality changes the simulation.
Yeah, but I can't help but feel like these rounds were almost a success for 7Sins. They've done a serious amount of damage. They've weakened the early pressure here for iNTACT. What was supposed to be a sweeping beginning for iNTACT is actually looking kind of rough. Now they got the opening pick for Scribble onto Opportunity. An advantage early on. No response back possible for iNTACT. Okay, solid start.
Retro coming in. Makes it a 4v4. But he's relatively alone. Carson's going to come in and try and throw some utility in and help out his teammate, but it's a very spread out iNTACT. They had the bomb going aggressive onto B. Nobody's clued him in. Drops the bomb, but it's going to be a trade from Retro. He will get the plant down. Plant down. He catches off one rotator, but he's not going to take down Eptima. And Scribble's already here with the op as well. He's posted up. The bomb has been recovered, but can it cross the sights? That's the bigger question. Reality chucks the smoke down. Now he will make his retreat to the site. Bomb goes down. And actually, 7Sins electing to go both through CT spawn. They're not going to go for the 1-for-1 pincer. iNTACT capitalizing on this, going for the new Boggs boost as well. This could very easily catch off 7Sins, but Reality decides to drop down. He gets warded off by the pre-fire shots, the pot shots, if you will. There's a nade on Eptima as well. If he drops it into Retro, he's done.
Yeah, they're killing a lot of time, though. I mean, time is ticking right now. Flashbang is there to try to get this play posted up on New Box. Reality peeks into it. Really no need for that. Element of time is in your hands. Retro now trying to hold it back from Emo. Scribble. Now kit on hand, and I think he had the kit. He might have had the round, but unfortunately, the kit was on his fallen teammate's body. And it is iNTACT, remaining in the lead at 4-0.
It's been dicey rounds for iNTACT, though. Since the pistol round, I don't think there's been a real... Actually, no. Second round, not second gun round. Was a bit of a more secure round for them, but since then, it's been a very dicey round for iNTACT. I mean, the last one came down to a clutch. This one as well. I believe it was Reality for both of them. Without those clutches, it's 2-2, and iNTACT are broke. 7Sins have money again, and Scribble will destroy Retro early on. Opportunity burns alive and gets finished off by Florgy. It's a 2-man advantage now for 7Sins, as their hard work is starting to come to fruition. They've been looking good, but nothing so far just yet on the scoreboard. This is their chance. This is their time to shine.
Now the double man advantage is relieving a lot of this pressure here for 7Sins. Flashbang for the arc control. Dribbles, up, goes for the shot. It's a little off the mark, and Austin punishes him for it. Now they have to deal with these two remaining defenders. But I feel like 7Sins is a bit of a pinch. They can't even move their DP away, but Eptima will just hold down the claw spray. You don't see that very often. Austin is able to eliminate Kwong, isolating Eptima by himself, but they're both down to 12 HP, and it is going to be Eptima after all. Nice movement there on the site, and 7Sins claim their first round.
At long last, it seems, but not unexpected. 7Sins have been looking well, or great in this game so far, especially in the last 3 rounds. They finally get rewarded for their efforts. A buy comes in from them, whereas iNTACT, a couple AKs, a MAC-10, and a couple pistols upgraded as well. Not exactly the best buy, but they really have a recourse to save in this round. They don't have a loss bonus built up, so you might as well go with what you have. Send it on site and see what happens. They do have a decent amount of utility, good amount of utility as well. Might have to rely on aim rather than utility to win this round.
This is a 4-man Halls pop buck. Flashes
are
effective. Kwong by Reality. He does actually, and it's only good for 1 inside the pit. That's all the A defenders. They have fallen. Carson's going to keep them held down, but he's actually just going to give up archways, which gives 7Sins the opportunity to begin to advance. But this is still a man advantage for iNTACT while the bomb gets planted for these pit positions.
Bomb has been planted.
Indeed. Now there's going to be a choice for 7Sins. Do they save or do they risk it all? I mean, their loss bonus, third round loss, but they still won't be able to have a buy on most of their players. Only Florgy has any built cash. They're going to go for something. Instead, it costs Florgy's life, as a man will have to avenge his teammate. Carson will not escape with a gun, but iNTACT will strike again. The Halls pop, the four-man Halls pop on the rough buy pays dividends. They are able to capitalize. Reality's going in on the hunt as well. I like this call. They have a little more money to play with than their opposition. They could take one more gun away. That would be huge, but Amen will not let that happen. At iNTACT, they get their 5. But 7Sins, rather, keep an op up. They could drop an M4. They keep an M4 as well. They're going to be on another buy.
And it seems like they're perfectly comfortable using the FAMAS. So, I mean, hey, as long as you have these players that can use the FAMAS comfortably, you might as well just keep the pressure up. You have iNTACT down to what is almost a double eco. A rare occurrence these days for the T side. And if you can just secure this round right here, you'll be able to swing this deficit back, no problem. Now let's see if 7Sins will switch up anything here. They've been playing relatively standard. They've just been having Scribble be the moving piece, but the Opera being the moving piece only works so often. And once after a while, it just gets easy to predict. These riflers, though, they need to start making aggressive either in the early round, either in the late round. They have yet to attempt any sort of banana control, something that will have to change at some point here for 7Sins.
A lot of utility used in towards A, while most of iNTACT is positioned over towards B. 7Sins do have a player boosted up on top of Porch, but as it stands, B site will be the execute from iNTACT. There's a couple players here, but one of them is far removed. Florgy playing passive towards Church. There is a smoke and they push before their own smoke pops. Florgy with 2, Amen with 1 before he goes down, but now it's Austin and Carson striking back. They have site control now. They can get the bomb down, reposition. They have a Molotov. But that is it for their utility. Bomb goes down. Molotov has been used to ward off the banana push. Scribble has his off. There's a good amount of health. Flashbangs and a Molotov as well. There's kits. They just need to get the first kill. Carson hiding. He's going to peek now as Guang gets 1. Carson tries to fade away. He will escape with his life for now. He gets peeked. Sprays in, and he finishes him off through the corner of the wall. There's just enough time for Scribble to defuse as well. And finally, 7Sins strike back again. They take considerable casualties, however.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, this round could have been much cleaner, but I think it was Florky, the one in CT spawn. I mean, you've gotten 2 kills. Your teammate got a 3rd. Just let your teammate go, man. Just take the bullet for it. Let him die. Retake with 4 players. No reason to risk the smoke with a USP. I mean, the guy didn't even reload. He went in raw confidence with the USP. Yeah, bit overzealous there. A bit pushy. But they got the round, and that's really all that matters. They just have to hold back against this force buy from iNTACT, and this deficit is night-night.
The only problem is iNTACT's on the T side. They can continue getting bomb plants. They can continue getting buys, essentially, once their loss bonus builds up. It allows 7Sins to get back into it, but then it's iNTACT's economic train just able to steamroll over the CT side. That's one thing about Inferno, a lack of economy, a lack of utility on the CT side can come back to bite you.
Definitely.
iNTACT with a minimal amount of utility themselves, throwing a lot of it, pretty much most of what they have onto the A site. The Archbishop seems to be the play here. Carson, the lone man towards Porch, spots one out, throws a Molotov into pit. And now they're going to wrap towards B. Amen destroys Retro through a smoke. But now he's going to be faced with players coming in from footsteps. He does go down, however. And Florgy, he's far removed, but he does get a trade. Man advantage sits with 7Sins. Molotov is walled him off. A little bit on him, actually. A lot of damage. And said Carson will do more. He gets a kill and a half. But still, Austin, in reality, have a lot more work to do towards FMR coming in. Austin with 1, he gets falling down to the open. What? But it just allows him to get the double kill. What a play by Austin. The flames forcing his hand. He whacked him down.
Man, what an error there from 7Sins. I mean, that was super well played by Austin. No doubt about it. He capitalized there. But I mean, you know he's there. You know he's in pool. The Molly's between his feet. Force him to make the play. Be ready for it. Punish him as soon as he swings or he jumps up. No need to peek him from banana just yet. He's tied down. He's locked in on that position. Bit of an error there from 7Sins. That pressure getting to them here, Boggs. That was their chance to run away with this game. That was their chance to close that deficit. They just threw that away. Now it's iNTACT in the lead once again. They have weapons. Not nearly effective enough. Carson, Austin, Retro, all finding kills. A flurry of them. No response back. The Preptimus D kill right there, but he's pretty wounded. I don't think Austin will let him get that weapon, not for free.
He doesn't even grab the weapon before he goes down. The last alive gets mowed down by an MAC-10. And a rather clean round from iNTACT. Not perfect, but what more can you ask for, really? Keep 4 alive, keep the main guns up, and they're already at 7 rounds on Inferno T side.
Banana control once again. 7Sins are back on the buy. Single eco. Balance is restored. Boggs, we're starting to enter slightly dangerous territories here. iNTACT already at 7 rounds. There's a potential for double digits, even beyond that on the D side. And it seems like 7Sins have yet to find any sort of response in the early round. They're continuing to play passive.
They are. I'm surprised they haven't taken the initiative using utility to get the early information and some early aggression control. We see so many top teams using that strategy now on the CT side. But 7Sins are content to sit back and hold. However, I don't know if they can really afford to be content, especially given the fact they've already lost 7 rounds. There's 5 to go, counting this one. Or 6 to go, counting this one, actually. So a lot of room for iNTACT to grow their lead, and 7Sins need to find an answer and find an answer quickly. The B side has been a massive weakness for them as well, and that's exactly where iNTACT want to hit once more. All 5 making their way downtown. Utility flying in, flashes, smoke, Molotovs coming in. The Molotov from 7Sins. But 1 kill goes their way, but 2 go back the other way. As 7Sins get obliterated on the B side once again. Only costing Reality's life as iNTACT get the bomb down. Retro upgrades to the AK. This has to be a decision for 7Sins. They say they kind of might have to. They do get a kill from Scribble. There's still more to find. 3 men left. And the Krieg on Carson finds 1. However, eliminates him, and Eptima's come through for 1 more. This is turning on its head, Roy.
Getting caught, Boggs. Getting overconfident. The tag comes off to opportunity. Players on and off angle, forcing him down. Eptima playing that beautifully, covering his teammate while Kwong diffuses. And then 7Sins bringing back what was a super sloppy postment there by iNTACT. I mean, they had all the advantages, Boggs. There's really no need to jiggle that deep CT angle. You're in a huge lead. I think they just got overconfident. I believe they didn't think that 7Sins would retake.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It was a really gutsy call by 7Sins, but it paid off. And sometimes you need to take a hit to make a play, as they say in hockey. And 7Sins were willing to take that hit if he was able to make them a play. And instead, they come out with a flawless retake, keeping those 3 guns alive as well, upgrading 1 to 3. And now Scribble starts this round off well with a kill on Banana. This could be the turning point for 7Sins to salvage this half and make it doable at 8-7. Another one from Scribble. Now he's coming online. Bomb crosses to A, but Amen is here to shut things down. He sees the gun barrel, he sees the head, and that was clean.
Odds. That utility is going to keep making nice with his teammates. It's a 2 versus 5. They really just need to hold, and they'll be just fine. Eptima. Wild spray. Both of them in a bit of a spray off right there, and it will be 7Sins after all with a nice trade off. Amen. And 7Sins find themselves a 4th, potential 5th here as well with iNTACT's money broken. Boggs, I think 7Sins is making this half salvageable.
Indeed. especially if they keep this round clean as well. They should be able to build up enough of a bank to keep a considerable vibe for the next couple of rounds. But they need to minimize their casualties to start things off well, and it's Scribble rotating from B to A. Inferno, so many spots for the op to bring. Scribble. He had a bit of rough luck in the early rounds with Opportunity's Krieg, but now that's no longer a threat. He picks up one more, but close range with the Tech 9. Reality swings in. There's one kill. He's upgraded. He's dealing damage, but Scribble is here, and he's shutting them all down. Another shot from Scribble, and he's looking for the fourth. Opportunity's Deagle. Now he's just going to take this opportunity to plant a wise move. Molotov will force him out. Kwong spots him. He's playing chicken behind the pillar and behind the box. But he will go down. Only one kill goes the way of iNTACT. And a great round from Scribble is this platform from which 7Sins jump to a 5th round on the board. They're getting closer and closer to salvaging this half, but it's not done just yet. 3 more rounds necessary.
Yeah, but we have to admit, Scribble's a pretty sick operator. I mean, he's hitting some crazy shots right now. He's a big part of the success for 7Sins.
Yeah, that shot in the pit, or mini pit, was fantastic. Sees a couple pixels of the head, flicks in, and makes a clean connection.
I love me some good off action. Now Kwong looking for the early peak. Unfortunately, the Molotov, I think, was strategy as a player from being seen. Boggs. He saw nothing there. But I do like the fact that 7Sins is beginning to switch it up a little bit. They're not resorting to their completely passive defaults. Banana control. Scribble. Nice. Angle peek.
That nade's gonna do some damage too. It takes Retro and Reality down about 40 HP apiece. A good flashbang enables Kwong to take aggression. Carson goes down to his hand, and now it seems that iNTACT are floundering. While Scribble coming alive, Kwong taps away as Scribble finds one more. Neptuma finishes off the last player. It's going to be Retro going down in the end. A flawless victory on a gun round for 7Sins. And now iNTACT's money is broken yet again. A timeout called. Timeout called by, I believe, 7Sins, yeah.
No, it's gone now.
But it seems that once Scribble is able to come online with that op, 7Sins have more confidence to take the aggressive peaks. And once they've been able to do that, they've been starting to put the pressure on iNTACT, not allow them the map control that iNTACT is able to use. They had full banana control, apps, and mid control for so many of their rounds that they won. Instead, that's been flipped on its head. The utility damage dealing damage to both teams, but 7Sins take the brunt of it, and Reality capitalizes with one kill.
Oh,
a man needs to hold strong. Kwong is here on the rotation. He goes down. Now this is bad for 7Sins.
Oh my god, what is actually happening right now? This is a 4 versus 3. Opportunity is wounded, yes, but they're equipped now. They have weapons. Austin is being burned out of his position, but it's not even going to matter that much unless Eptima comes in. Kwong on the flank from Coffins, and it is Eptima to clean house. 2-man effort in the post plant, and 7Sins tie up the game. 7-7.
What a retake there. Like you said, what was going on the site? It somehow flopped from 7Sins to iNTACT and then back to 7Sins again. The individual play from 7Sins in that retake, Eptim, I believe he got 2. That was phenomenal. If 7Sins can keep that up, moving forward onto the T side, things are going to get very dicey for iNTACT, who, if I'm not mistaken, need to keep these wins. They have 2 more matches remaining, including this one. They need to win to make playoffs.
Yeah, I agreed. It almost feels like iNTACT is in the biggest game. But they should be, because they need this match for playoffs. 7Sins has already secured their spot. It's iNTACT that needs to fight for that. They have the man advantage now. And if they could finish off this half 8-7, it wouldn't be terrible. But this half, part of me feels like this half could have been a 10-round finish here for iNTACT. Easily a double digit, potentially even 11 on the board. But it seems like 7Sins are starting to kind of heat up, Boggs.
Yeah, and the catalyst for that all was Scribble. He's gone down early in this round, but now Eptima's firing on all cylinders. Kwong's been hitting some shots as well. It's time for Florgy and Amen to hold things down on B. 4v4, site take coming in. The utility is good. Music from iNTACT. Men, though, getting spammed, but he's still going to kill Florgy as well. And a man and Florgy shutting it all down. iNTACT, nothing doing in this round whatsoever. It's 7Sins dominating in the latter rounds here. If they cap this off, it's going to be 6 in a row to make it an 8-7 half. Retro in a 1v4. There's 3 low HP players, but scope on his position. Not much he can do. And indeed, he does go down. 6 rounds to cap off the half from 7Sins. Eptima and Scribble, 16 and 14 kills respectively. That's what I call a comeback of a half.
Yeah, I agreed with that one. Eptima is pretty impressive, though. I'm impressed. I haven't seen this player play too much, but so what I'm seeing, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, Boggs. He held it down on that one round with the FAMAS that even started the streak for 7Sins, and then Scribble was kind of piggybacking off that with the opening picks, securing multiple frags in the mid-round. But let's see what they got on the CT side iNTACT. They kind of flopped on the offense. They started off strong, but finished a little weak. And 7Sins kind of the opposite. They started off a little slow, but man, did they heat up towards the end. Information is spotted. iNTACT is quite aware of what 7Sins is up to, so they're trying to readjust their numbers for now. Austin keeping tabs on the fallback from Banana. Retro's there as well.
Yeah, it feels to me like iNTACT got off the block really fast like a sprinter, while 7Sins found their stride midway through. And they're more of a marathon running team. iNTACT ran out of stamina, while 7Sins are just finding their stride. And Counter-Strike is a war of attrition. It is a marathon. You can't just speedrun this game. You have to take it one step at a time, one round at a time. That's what 7Sins have done. Now they're exploding onto the A site. Retro trying to out-scale and out-aim, but he's only able to get one, while Eptima and Florgy have opened the site. It's a 4v3 post-plant situation for 7Sins. They don't have any utility, but I don't know if there's a kit for iNTACT. There is, I think, it did go down around the A site, which gives them somewhat of a chance. But it's a wise decision from the 7Sins boys to just tuck their way behind the boxes and not overextend on the A site defenses. Reality punishes the peak, and he gets traded out as Florgy pops in. And only one more kill went the way of iNTACT before 7Sins were able to shut things down and pick up a 9th round. The pistol round going their way bodes well for them moving into this latter half.
I'm liking the 7Sins roster, Boggs. I think this is the one team that we haven't really been able to catch very much in this season. So far, I'm pretty impressed. Of course, Kwang is a name that's been around the scene for a while. He's a prominent IGL. But let's see what they got. We've seen very little for them on this offense. Their defense was all right, not bad. Now, iNTACT, they got nothing, Boggs. Just pistols, no armor. No upgraded pistols. It's a P250. Actually, they have 2 Deagles. My bad, I overlooked that one. That's it. The other 2 players are USPs.
Then the Mac 10 burst. Eptima for information deals damage but takes more in return as Reality takes his head off with the hand cannon. Man advantage for iNTACT, although I don't think there's much they can do off of the back of it. Instead, 7Sins are taking the Q and putting it back to A. The Deagle from Austin needed to get at least one. A men gets dinked down. Now actually there might be a chance. Actually, opportunity will pounce on his, but Florgy and Scribble trying to turn things back to their favor as Florgy has another one to his total. Retro comes in from behind. Scribble hides. That was a very awkward fight. Can Reality win this 1v3? No armor, no utility, no defuse kit, just a Deagle and a Dream. Just have a little bit of time to play. Time is ever dwindling, and Scribble will make sure his life runs out before the clock. Double digits for 7Sins. Now they're on an 8-in-a-row streak, but guns being purchased by iNTACT. But interestingly enough, they're prioritizing utility on a couple players. Reality downgrades to the MP9, gets the Molotov and the kit. He does have a kit. I think that's going to be the imperative storyline here.
I wonder if we'll see a bit of a cultural difference in approach here for iNTACT. We saw the 7Sins kind of shied away from the banana control. I think they only took it a single time in those 15 rounds that we saw. So far, iNTACT's kind of playing in the similar fashion, just giving up banana early, just holding down boiler, trying to hold down bracket as long as they can. Likely will be pushed off shortly.
I feel like iNTACT doesn't want to go for any real risks just yet. They feel like they can play with a couple more rounds before they don't risk at all. Well, the reality, though, will still be able to get the opening kill. But 7Sins, they've concreted down to the bottom of the banana. I think they're still going to commit to B. Smoke should delay, but to go back to that point, I feel like iNTACT don't want to risk anything yet. They feel like they have a little bit of wiggle before they have to go hyper-aggressive and hyper-risky. And we'll see if it actually ends up being that case. Molotov gets extinguished in the smoke. Utility flying through from both sides. Amen already in the water. Scribble, though, will be the one to take out reality. Carson gets mollied out of position, and it is 7Sins to overwhelm the site with a good bit of utility. Kwong holding the rotation, waits for Florgy to reinforce as the man advantage sits with the T side. All 2 out of 3 coming in from Banana. There's still one Banana's Retro. He does damage on one, kills another. Kwong at 4 HP gets caught but not killed. 4v4 turns to a 3v3. Opportunity and Retro take down 2. Now it's down to a man from back emo. He gets 1, but then he's done. iNTACT make the retake happen. They lose a lot of men. Their buy will not be phenomenal in the following round, but it is a round on the board.
I think the most impressive part of that round is the fact that Retro won the 1v2 on Banana in that post plant. That was insane. How does he even win that? He's getting double peeked by SGs and AKs, and the man who comes out on top with the AUG, and it seemed like he barely got wounded on top of that too. That's kind of crazy. Now, this is an awkward spot now for 7Sins. They have Eptima relegated to a CZ. Scribble on the budget up. They have a decent amount of utility though, so options are available. And once again, we find iNTACT in a very similar approach. It's actually a little weird to see this because I feel like the most successful CT teams on this map have been the ones that are willing to take the early risks.
I agree. We've been seeing it more and more. The teams are willing to take those risks. They flash in for their teammates. They play offense on defense. And it's what really has been winning a lot of rounds for CT teams in a T-setted meta. And I think the old adage of defense wins championships is kind of... You have to be hyper-aggressive. Opportunity now. Retro picking players off. The bomb falls at Retro's feet as he looks for a third, but Opportunity will make sure the budget op gets the kill. 4v2. Looking for an opening. Instead, it's going to be Opportunity to eliminate Scribble. That should just about shut things down for 7Sins in this round. It's iNTACT holding their positions, taking some fights once they have the information. Are they able to win them a couple rounds here? 2 in a row for them right now. And they have 7Sins on an essential no-buy. They have to eco.
Yeah, I think this round... Yeah, I honestly think that round that we just saw right now was the big swing of momentum for iNTACT. They went from FAMAS's M4s to AKs and SGs. Kept 4 alive. Their economy looks all right. They secured this round with 1 casualty max here, and they're pretty much set for the early part of this second half.
Yeah. I mean, you said the scout was a budget op. Then does that mean the op is a budget Krieg?
The Krieg's like all the weapons combined into one.
Indeed, and Carson with his Krieg, if he's not careful, he could get a Glockting very quickly here. Utility primed by 7Sins. I think they're going to explode on the B at around a minute on the clock. Let's see. The Kwong has the smoke ready to go. There's flashes to follow. But a good delaying smoke from Carson will stall 7Sins out just a little longer. I don't think there's much they can really do in this round besides hope for a bomb plant. If they could overwhelm the site and get kills without sustaining a lot of damage, there's a chance for them. That smoke might kill too much time. Carson, though, getting up close and personal. Don't know if this is the right move.
Surprisingly, iNTACT hasn't really got much info either, but his utility not making things awkward now. The plays done out. A 1-for-1 trade so far. Realities turn it back. Realities running out of ammo, though. He needs to make these bullets count, and he's not quite able to. Now he actually might get overwhelmed on sight. That could be the kill. That could be weapons. That could be the bomb plant. Eptima has to force it down. No choice.
Bomb goes down. Florgy and Eptima are low. Florgy gets one before he gets traded out. Neptima on the Glock in the smoke, trying to ninja stop the plant. Pops on top of the coffins. He's done one. He's done him dirty. Can he do him dirtier? Retro taps. He's holding. He's holding!
No way! He just clutched that with a Glock.
He didn't take a single point of damage.
Dude, this guy's insane.
I'm at a loss for words right now.
Jesus. Someone get this man a contract. Probably already has one with 7Sins, but someone double this man's contract.
Give him a bonus.
Yeah. That was actually... I don't think I've seen a Glock clutch like that in a while. I mean, that was honestly masterfully played. Movement-wise, aim-wise, composure.
The composure. Ice through the veins. The first kill, hopping on top of the coffin. That was good enough. And the second?
Jesus.
I don't think we'll see that play in a long time. But Eptima just granted us a little bit of a Christmas miracle right there.
Man, that has to be pretty tilting if you're iNTACT. Like, you can't overlook that. That's something that's going to affect you deeply. Retro, he's going to get pushed, bullied into this boiler position. It seems like he's being overlooked by 7Sins. This is a common Rising gets overlooked. He actually ends up catching 2 players, an opportunity for the 3rd. So trades are working out really nicely right now for iNTACT. Austin on the high ground with the MP9. They know there are 2 players in halls now. Carson as well, and the crossfire is very much real. And 7Sins off a heroic round dropped the next one in such a poorly played fashion.
That hurts me. I mean, they gifted Retro a free kill. And then he's a good player. He's not going to miss that first deep shot. He knows where you're coming from. So he got the second, too, without much trouble. And now it's just a hero opping toss to Scribble. A Glock on Eptima. I mean, we saw him clutch it out. A couple deeks as well, and a Mac 10. The buy from 7Sins is beyond a Walmart buy. It is... I guess going to the sale rack and finding one good item while everything else is just the average junk.
Yeah, it's like a thrift store. This is a thrift right here.
Here's the thing too. A win, 7Sins have no loss bonus. A win from iNTACT here forces 7Sins to an eco. iNTACT will get to 12 rounds. They'll start to establish their own economy. They'll start to establish their confidence once again, while 7Sins will start to flounder. There's no more margin for error here. You already had that hero round, that swing round. You don't get very many more of them. And 7Sins, they're going to need to hope for one here. Wong gets shut down first. Florgy trades, but the bomb falls to Carson as he gets the elimination. Flash is coming through. Scribble on the off gets 1, but Retro and Austin get 2 more. Eptima in the clutch. He's got 1. You can never count this man out. He's a mad lad. He's got 1, but he needs more. Crosses Austin Spring at him. He knows now reality is too, and he's picked up the off. He can upgrade to a rifle. He's got the bomb. He has more than enough time.
Oh,
not again.
It's a race. It's a race.
Not like this.
It's a race. Oh, no, do not plant there. No, that's that was all perfectly played until he did not expect the chase to be from Banana. If you're in a chase from Banana, that's the last spot you want to plant. You want to plant behind the fountain or first oranges.
Yeah, I was expecting an origins plant to come through. He had the time for it, but like I said, you only get 1 or 2 hero rounds. You can't get too many more, and 7Sins might have expended that account. Unfortunate. Now they're on the Glocks. And iNTACT, they have essentially a free round ahead of them.
Oh, that's just a straight flood to the 8 site.
Austin actually able to get 1 kill. Retro comes in with a couple more. Forgy charging through fire. Is going to take down Retro, who runs out of ammunition. Opportunity on side with top. This could end poorly. He switches to the sidearm, though he has a D, and he's done enough. Reality comes in for the last kill. We won't see another heroic Glock round from 7Sins this time around. They will have AKs in the following. iNTACT, though. 4 rounds away from victory. Necessary one for them. Can they pull this through? That's the question.
Yeah, iNTACT is in a great shape right now, too, huh? It's really just Retro who's financially struggling. Everyone else is pretty good to go. It's going to be the fast play, looking to throw off the tempo. Into opportunity, they go. A missed shot right between in the open, exposed, an opportunity gets demolished. Retro getting Boggs. He finds the first, but Scribble can't quite make his move just yet. He's waiting for his teammate to clear him out. It'll be Eptima to find Retro. Austin's only good for 1 right now in the pit so far, and he's surviving long enough for Robo to come in. But he needs at least 1 more. Survive just long enough, but there it is. Reality just in the nick of time, finding 2 kills, and it's all down to Amen. 1 versus 2. He's going to stick the plant. That's going to ensure the money at least for 7Sins, but the regroup here from iNTACT is brilliant.
He has a little bit more than a prayer of a chance, but he's looking the wrong way. He's still convinced they're coming from arches. The reality sends 7Sins back to reality. They get a bomb down. Hope must be dwindling fast for 7Sins. I thought they were going to be able to do it off the back of that Glock round, but now it seems that iNTACT's recovered. They're more mentally strong for it now. And 7Sins might be the ones floundering mentally. They just went for a buy that I have no idea what it is.
I don't think they know what it is.
We have timeouts, gentlemen.
Wait, is he AFK?
It looks to be the case.
That's probably not a good time to be AFK.
So you're saying that a very critical round with economic pressure on the line is not a good round to go AFK?
Yeah, oh, he's disconnected. Okay, that feels bad, man.
Oh. I thought it was just AFK and said he got timed out, most likely. It's Retro will pounce on the opportunity. Round 2. Austin comes in for 1 more, and now it's down to Florgy in a 1v4. He hears reality hopping down. Takes him out. Still, there's 3 more to find. I think he's trying to play the big brain. Rotate around through halls. They're going to have to know he's doing this now. You have eyes on the bomb. Surely they're expecting the flip. Wait. What is he doing?
No, surely not, right?
He had time.
Yeah.
Keyword had.
No, he was literally right next to the bomb. Like, he could have just pressed D once and the bomb would have been on his back right now. Does he think he has the bomb? No, okay, he knows for sure he doesn't. Wait.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think this is an elaborate save.
Very. This is gilded and gem encrusted Damascus steel blade of a save.
He fooled us there for a second, didn't he?
Yeah, he definitely fooled me.
I think at one point you're like, he's big braining him.
I thought he was going to go for the big brain apps flank. But
I can see it. That's hilarious, man. Oh no, timeout, fellas. There you go.
That's unfortunate, though, for 7Sins. Having the disconnect at the start of the round, I think that might have thrown off their buy. They still have enough for a buy. They can get Galil's with utility on Eptima and Amen. Kwong with a full buy. And I think Scribble will have enough for a buy. He should. He had 4,500 or so when he DC'd. Yeah, he should be good.
Yeah, he should be alright for the buy. And I think you get loss bonus as well when you're disconnected.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out how much of a buy he can get. He can get a full lop with.
Yeah, he had like 4,000 or 5,000 in that round.
Yeah,
in that round again.
He'll have around 7,000 in this round. Definitely enough for an op on utility if they want to go for it. That's another question too. Do you want to go for the op? The fast pace worked for them. I want to go for it again. Smoke off porch, flash over to arches, smoke off library, charge the opper. And then once you get arch control, you can go back to B. You can rotate around. You can do a lot of things with arch control. It really puts the CT side in a pickle because you've cut off their rotations.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what 7Sins want to do. They have a lot of time to talk things over. But first, they need Scribble back in the server.
I hope Scribble comes back to the server. That would be such an unfortunate turn of events. You know what's actually crazy, Boggs? How many people have bad internet in North America? You know, you'd think in 2020 this problem would be solved for everyone. It really
His
just
game
isn't.
froze.
Oh, it's his game that froze?
Yeah, reading chat.
He's restarting computer, I'm assuming.
I would assume so, yeah.
No SSD? What the?
For me, the longest part of starting up my computer is waiting for Steam to let me log in.
Okay, what? Takes it long for you to log into Steam?
Yeah, because sometimes it actually doesn't let me log in. It'll freeze and I'll have to force quit and then reopen Steam and go through that for a couple times. My computer loves me.
Anytime now, I'd imagine he'd be back.
Hopefully. We shall see if he comes down, or comes back, rather. If not, well, it's unfortunate, but that's the way it is sometimes. That's the problem with online. You never really control things, and okay. I thought they were gonna forget about the second time out. But instead they will remember.
I think
Remember old Inferno A site?
Oh, how old are we talking here?
Like 2015 Inferno A site?
Yes. Like the one that looked like Source Inferno, but was literally just a reskinned CSGO Inferno?
Yeah, with the pillars and the roof and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I miss that map.
I do not miss that map, Boggs.
It was the first map I actually played in Counter-Strike. So it has a special place in my heart.
There's a map that I played in Source competitively. I can't remember the name of it, but it was such a weird... It looked like we were in the Aztec pyramids, but it wasn't DE Aztec. It was very... I forget what it's called. I think maybe somebody in the chat's a boomer enough to let me know. Also, can I just say that the CSGO chickens are probably my spirit animal?
I love the chickens too. I mean, they're so just... They're the epitome of animalistic perfection. They just walk around, squawk about, and peck at the floor. I mean, what else is there? Best video game chickens.
Need some elevator music.
We do.
I wish we could press a button and it just summons the DJ in game and starts playing music for us.
Now that would be a cool plugin. Instead, though, you get to listen to us ramble.
Boggs, do you want to hear a crazy fact?
I love crazy facts, so yes.
Do you know that humans, like in the entire air that we breathe, it's only 20% oxygen?
Yes.
You know that?
Yes. Most of it is nitrogen, I believe. 70% or so is nitrogen with helium, hydrogen, and other additives making up the rest of the Earth's atmosphere.
Yeah, what the heck? I did not know that until like 2 days ago. My whole life is a lie, Boggs.
Your whole life is a lie. You know what happens when you have too much oxygen?
What?
Massive brain damage.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
You know the old saying, too much of a good thing.
Wait, though, but when you go to casinos, they pump oxygen into the air. How come I don't have any problems there?
Because a slight amount more of oxygen is more like it makes you feel better. It's like when you exercise, you get more oxygen in your bloodstream, so you feel better. It releases the chemical in your brain that makes you feel happy. I think it's dopamine, is what I'm talking about. Or serotonin, the other one.
Yeah,
I
dopamine is the
forget.
one that's
But
released in exercise.
yeah, so it releases the dopamine. So they kind of mimic that effect to keep you happier and spending more of your money so they can extort you for more of your hard earned cash.
Wait, what's going on here?
They're going to have to play with 4. He's not back.
Wow, that's really unfortunate, actually. Oh man, that's almost heartbreaking. We're in such a close game. It's 14-11. Now you can play with 4v5. That's totally unlucky.
It is.
iNTACT.
I mean, at least the silver lining is 7Sins has playoffs clutched. So losing doesn't. It just sucks to lose in such a manner.
Yeah, I was more so just wanted to see exactly where on the spectrum of power, 7Sins falls in. I really just wanted to see their entire roster in action. But yeah, you're right. This is almost like a handout to iNTACT, I feel. Like, they just got gifted the 4th seed.
I guess the question is, can they make it work? Can they actually bounce off of this and give it a good performance in playoffs? We all know what they're capable of. But it is unfortunate to not get to see what 7Sins is capable of here on stream. Because they did show a lot of promise. I thought that they had a lot of great chances. A couple things went wrong here and there, but overall, I was definitely really impressed with 7Sins. And I thought that they had a lot of individual skill.
Right?
And a lot of good coordination as well. So a lot to look forward to from this roster. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do in playoffs. Just unfortunate to see them have to bow out of this match in such a fashion.
Right, yeah, exactly. It is unfortunate, but luckily for 7Sins, they do have that playoff spot, and congratulations to iNTACT, who have just claimed their final spot, I believe. We'll get official confirmation from Winners League. Golf claps all around. But congrats to both squads, and it's been a hell of a day of matches from EU to NA. It's been a great set of matches, unfortunate ending, but overall pretty satisfied with these CS that we have watched today. I think this might be... Actually, no, so we still have NA tomorrow. That will be our final broadcast. So, be here tomorrow. Catch the final teams qualifying for playoffs before we advance to that playoff starting in sometime in early January. For now, we are out of here. My name is Strong Legs. This fine young gentleman right here is Boggs. Melanie has been your producer observer. If you haven't done so, please follow our socials, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram for Winners League. Exclamation mark socials for that. Exclamation mark casters for that one. And we are out of here. Thank you all for being with us. Thank you for your patience through our technical difficulties. And we'll see you tomorrow for the final day of action on this broadcast before playoffs. See you then. Don't miss it.